The black workers were shocked by the scene. They had never seen a white man drive a car for a black man before. Feeling the weight of their gaze, Shirley became a little intimidated and decided to remain inside the car. In North Carolina, they attended a banquet where the main course was fried chicken, a clear way to show prejudice against black people. Shirley felt deeply uncomfortable, but despite this, he performed with all his heart. The audience applauded loudly and praised his piano playing. But when Shirley wanted to go to the bathroom, the host stopped him. He said Shirley would have to use the old dirty restroom outside. Shirley refused and said he would go to the hotel to use the bathroom, even if it took an hour. Tony didn't understand this, but for Shirley, it was a matter of his dignity. A few days later, they passed a suit shop. Tony thought a suit on display would suit Shirley perfectly, so he went inside. The shopkeeper greeted him warmly and immediately showed him the same suit. But when he learned it was for Shirley, his face fell. He said Shirley had to pay first before he could try it on. He even pulled the suit from Tony's hand. This was blatant racism. Shirley hid her bitterness with a slight smile and walked out. Tony was seething with anger, but there was nothing he could do. Shirley vented all her anger on the piano keys. Today, her music was both painful and fiery. The journey continued, and gradually, a strange friendship developed between Tony and Shirley. But one night, in a heavy rain, they accidentally entered an area considered dangerous for black people at night. A police officer stopped them. An argument ensued, and both were thrown in jail. In the cell, Shirley tried to talk to the officer, but he wouldn't listen. Then Shirley made a phone call. Just 10 minutes later, the sheriff ordered their immediate release. Tony was stunned. For the first time, he understood Shirley's high standing and began to see her in a new light. By the time the rain stopped, it was already midnight. Shirley asked for a break, and Tony searched the green book. Finally, they found a motel that allowed black people to stay. This time, Tony decided to stay there too. Now, he truly understood Shirley's deep loneliness, a feeling that was hard to describe. Finally, they arrived at the venue of their final show. The organizers welcomed them warmly, even reserving VIP parking for their car. But despite this honor, they were ushered in through the back door. The room allotted for Shirley was a small, cramped, oil-smelling space near the kitchen. When Shirley suggested eating in a restaurant, the butler refused, saying the food would be delivered to her room. Shirley flatly refused to eat in the storeroom-like room. Then the butler suggested he go to a roadside diner. But Shirley had made up his mind. He wasn't going to tolerate any more humiliation. The organizer asked Tony to convince Shirley, reminding him that over 400 people were waiting for him and time was short. During the conversation, he took out his wallet and offered Tony money. Tony's blood boiled. He refused the money and left with Shirley. The two arrived at a small roadside diner. Their royal attire didn't quite match the place, but no one looked down on them. An old piano was placed on the stage. It wasn't a Steinway, but Shirley sat down and started playing. Little by little, local musicians joined her. Together they were lost in a magical, free music.